That'll cement it.
Shot the goal. That'll do it.
And with the rebound, falling it in. He's going to break free. He's into the pay dirt. That's a touchdown for the Warriors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and playoff soccer is back here at Centennial Stadium as it's the Chaparral Wolverines taking on your Arapahoe Warriors here. Once again from Centennial Stadium in Centennial, Colorado. My name is Max Shaver. Happy to be up here in the broadcast booth with you this evening as we're getting ready for a fantastic soccer game tonight between two decently ranked teams. Arapahoe happy to be in the playoffs this year, and we are ready to broadcast it here once again. Something about broadcasting playoff soccer just screams tradition, and we are happy to be doing it here. Thanks again for joining us, and let's go Warriors. Game time coming up here in just under 2.5 minutes. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to a great night of soccer here at Centennial Stadium. Sorry for that shy intro. The mixer that we run our stadium audio through for our pregame music is also the mixer we use for our broadcast, and didn't want my audio feeds getting leaked onto the PA system here at Centennial Stadium. Not that I'm opposed to it, it's just kind of a thing out of respect. Let me find the rankings here real quick. So forgot to pull them up. Just a moment. Had it pulled up for a moment, and now it's gone, but so gone are the days of that. Let's send it over to public address announcer Ethan Kuhlman for starting introductions.
Welcome to Littleton Public Schools Centennial Stadium for the first round of the CHSAA State Playoffs. Tonight's matchup features the Wolverines of Chaparral High School and your Arapahoe Warriors. These two teams are members of the Colorado High School Activities Association and abide by the regulations and rules set by CHSAA in order to maintain high standards of conduct, competition, and scholarship. Your cooperation and good sportsmanship as players, coaches, and spectators is both expected and appreciated. And now for this evening's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Wolverines, wearing number 00, Michaela Rasmussen Diaz. Wearing number 0, Sydney Matthews. Wearing number 1, Emerson Sprinkle. Wearing number 2, Isabel Schroeder. Wearing number 3, Sutton Persakina. Wearing number 4, Grace Johnson. Wearing number 5, Ava Bell. Wearing number 6, Brooklyn Arnold. Wearing number 7, Rowan Lapiano. Wearing number 8, Lacey Jablonski. Wearing number 9, L. Bradley. Wearing number 10, Devin Patterson. Number 11, Rowan Sager. Wearing number 12, Caitlin Cantalamessa. Wearing number 13, Jaden Greenstreet. Wearing number 15, Bella Vartanian. Wearing number 16, Sophia Carlson. Wearing number 17, Elian Yates. Wearing number 18, Emily Wolf. Wearing number 19, Trinity Creighton. Wearing number 20, Ainsley Mulligan. And wearing number 22, Ella Carroll. The Wolverines are coached by Coach Greg Gilmore. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your ABK lineup. Wearing number 0, senior goalkeeper, Carolyn Dale. Wearing number 1, sophomore, Alexa LaDuff. Wearing number 1 as well, freshman Sasha Krivenya. Wearing number 2, senior Ellie Carroll. Wearing number 3, senior Raina McMaster. Wearing number 4, senior Carter Dominguez. Wearing number 5, senior and captain Megan Sweet. Wearing number 6, senior and captain Scarlett Rowe. Wearing number 7, senior and captain Carly Holmes. Wearing number 8, senior Ashlyn Wells. Wearing number 9, junior Hudson Lund. Wearing number 10, junior Ainsley Deberard. Wearing number 11, senior Isabella Carena. Wearing number 12, senior Shay Santos. Wearing number 13, senior Avery Adams. Wearing number 14, sophomore Kira Barker. Wearing number 15, sophomore Maddie Steiner. Wearing number 16, sophomore Kate Schlaut. Wearing number 17, freshman Finley Weant. Wearing number 18, senior and captain Elissa Johnston. Wearing number 19, sophomore Annalise Cote. Wearing number 20, freshman Paige Bradley. Wearing number 21, senior Jordan Stead. Wearing number 22, freshman Parker Wells. And wearing number 26, junior Bella Lopez. ABK is coached by Coach Jeremy Hayes and assisted by Allison Wynn, Sean Conway, Cam McMillan, James Conley, Grace Cataret, Brian Howie, Jeff Brandberg, Matt Sivas, Michaela Zimmerman, Mackenzie Kearns, and Tyler Schrader. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Introductions out of the way. Arapahoe wearing black tonight. Chaparral wearing white. Here we go. It's playoff soccer. Also, pardon the posts and cables and obstructing your view. Parents decide to have their own way of filming games, and they put up these large posts that have AI-generated AI cameras that can film the game for them. And for some reason, they decide to put it on the same side as the press box, so it obstructs our view. We apologize about that.
Yellow card issued to Chaparral's number 6, Brooklyn Arnold. Subbing in for her is number 11, Rowan Sager. Subbing back into the game for Chaparral, number 6, Brooklyn Arnold. Subbing in for the Wolverines, number 13, Jaden Greenstreet. Two substitutions for ABK coming into the game are number 5, Megan Sweet, and number 19, Annalise Cote. substitution for ABK coming into the game is number 15, Madison Steiner. For the Wolverines, 2 substitutions coming into the game are number 22, Ella Carroll, and number 20, Ainsley Mulligan. Into the game now for ABK, number 3, Raina McMaster. Two substitutions for Chaparral coming into the game are number 9, Elle Bradley, and number 19, Trinity Creighton. Subbing in for ABK, number 22, Parker Wells. For Chaparral, 1 substitution, number 8, Lacey Jablonski. One sub for the Wolverines coming into the game, number 2, Isabel Schroeder. Subbing in for ABK, number 13, Avery Adams. Subbing in for ABK, number 17, Finley Weant. Subbing in for ABK number 16, Kate Schlauch. Subbing in for the Wolverines, number 13, Jaden Greenstreet.
Your score at halftime, it's tied at 0. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a bit.
Good, how are you doing?
Let's go, Black! Let's go! Let's do this! Let's go, be white! Let's go! Mark that. Nice mark. Oh yeah, so where are your seats? Okay. Across the ice, across the ice.
All right, folks, we welcome you back after halftime. Your score, once again, 0-0, as we get ready for the second half of action here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Another 40 minutes of soccer coming up here. Once again, thanks for joining us.
Let's go, Black! Let's go, Warriors!
All right, I'm going to hand things over
Let's go, Carolyn.
in just a moment to a great colleague of mine. He's done this more than once. You may know the name, Mr. Jeff Bramberg. He will be joining us here in a minute, and we're looking forward to having him on. For now, in the other world of sports, it's 0-0 Avalanche Stars in the first period.
Tough, let's go! Come on, Carolyn! Let's go, let's go!
All right, we are live here. Kate Schlau going to work for the Warriors
Go, there you go, let's go, let's go!
down here in the final third. It's Ainsley Deberard with the throw in, back to Deberard, who tries to do a give and go combination with Schlauk. Crashing in there was Hudson Lunn. 0-0 the score here, second half. 38-17 to go. Nice big boot for Chaparral. Deberard first two though, no bounce. Well done. Maddie Steiner at midfield. Goes over to Carly Holmes, who's been playing the 7 most of the year this year. Nice tackle by Shap. Takes her off the ball. 15 seed Arapahoe getting the home game tonight against 18 seed Chaparral. Chaparral finished 5th in their league, I believe, with a 3-7-1 record, if I recall. Warriors 6-5-4 on the season. You can look at that record and kind of shake your head and wonder a little bit, but the Warriors, at one point in the season, looking at the rankings, faced the number 1 team, the number 2 team, the number 3 team, the number 6, the number 8, and the number 13 team ranked in the CHASA RPI. By far the strongest strength of schedule of any 5A program this year. Warriors did start the season 0-5-2, and since then, they have been 6-0-2. Chaparral trying to send it up, but the Warriors do have a 2v1 situation here. Deborah goes off, Cote battling. This is dangerous for the Warriors. Dale off her line, and she makes the save. Carolyn Dale coming off the line. A big save for the Warriors, well timed. Very difficult right there for the Warriors. Cote battling with the forward for the Wolverines. Parker Wells playing the 6, the defensive mid. Going wide to Deborah. She's got green space in front of her. She's looking for the long ball instead. Sends it in. That's Alyssa Johnston, the senior captain. Scarlett Rowe, center back, taking it with no bounce, taking the player on. Here come the Wolverines. There's a through ball. She is on. This is another dangerous moment. And Carolyn Dale with another stop. The Warrior defense getting a little porous here in the back line. Need to get organized, get a little tighter there. They're letting them through. Maddie Steiner with the header open in green space. Hudson Lunn. Holmes comes back to help out from the 7. Now she carries it forward. Sends it up top. Alyssa Johnston looking to try and get it. Alyssa might get there. She's battling. Looking to either win a throw in or keep it in. It goes backwards, no look to Holmes. Caught Holmes off guard a little bit. If you check the flag here, it is blowing, from my point of view, left to right as the Warriors attack to the left. So they are into the wind here second half. And that could be significant. Now, wisely, they took the wind in the first half. The wind is supposed to die during the second half and get a little lighter, but right now it is strong. Warriors dodging a couple of dangerous moments there by the Wolverines. Scarlett Rowe sending a big ball up midfield. Maddie Steiner trying to run it down. She's fast. If she can get it, she's played great midfield this year. That's Chaparral's Grace Johnson. Number 4 was battling Maddie Steiner there. We got a yellow card issued to Scarlett Rowe here. Scarlett Rowe's going to have to come off. High school rules. She will come off, and jumping in quickly is Kira Barker. Kira Barker in for the Warriors. Scarlett Rowe will probably get right back out there. This will be temporary. Free kick coming for the Wolverines right around the 28-yard line. Now with the wind at the back, this is a little bit dangerous. Sometimes it can carry a little bit if she gets underneath this ball. She did get underneath it. It is carrying, but Dale did just tap it over the net, tried to catch it. Now that will go for a corner, so ideally she holds on to that, but with her height, at least she knocked it over the crossbar. That's a ball that normally Carolyn Dale would squeeze and have, and then the Warriors could counterattack. But the wind, like we said, could have played a role a little bit there. Now we got a corner. Apologize, don't have the binoculars, cannot quite see the numbers of who's kicking the ball. We'll get you all the Warriors. But it looks like it's Grace Johnson taking it for the Wolverines and kicked out for a throw-in. So the Warriors will take that. They'll be able to mark up, get a little more organized here. Obviously, anytime you can get a throw-in instead of a corner, you want to do that. Deberard with the nice boot out. We'll get Max Shaver. He's on the video, so he can zoom in. I don't have the screen in front of me, so we'll get numbers that way for the Wolverines. Nice step by Parker Wells. Little ball going to Carolyn. That's dangerous. She taps it over again. It'll be another corner. You can tell with the wind at the back for the Wolverines, it is a little more difficult for the goalie, Carolyn Dale, to battle some of those high balls. They're just kind of chipping them in the air. A little bit of a sand wedge shot, and it just becomes dangerous with the wind at the back. I mean, the American flag is almost completely stiff. Grace Johnson again on the corner for Chaparral. Ball outside of the box. Another chip into the box, punched out by Dale. Wolverines need to get this out for the Warriors. Wolverines need to keep attacking, but they're not going to get it. Here comes Alyssa Johnston. She sends a through ball up to Carly Holmes. That's too difficult. She won't get there in time. Oh, nice. Chosen to just kick it out of bounds. Not a lot of pressure there. And Scarlett Rowe will check right back in for Kira Barker. That was probably tough for Scarlett to watch. The multiple attacks on the Warrior goal, knowing she is a captain senior defender. Heading to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo next year is Scarlett Rowe. There's a shot fumbled by the goalie. Now, I'm not sure if that's the freshman goalie. There's a goalie who has a broken arm. Is that the one? Number 0. Okay. Cote will shield that for Dale. And Sydney Matthews is in the net, or yeah, it is Sydney Matthews. Just wanted to verify, in the net for the Wolverines. Deberard keeps it in, has some green space, a big through ball. It's a little too hard on the turf. That'll go probably out the end line. Schlauch giving chase. She is going to get there. There's a cross. The wind may have held that up a little bit. Nobody home there. There was a sitting ball for someone to just punch home, but difficult. And that through ball even caught me off guard. The wind does make a difference. Parker Wells with a little header the wrong direction. Cote shielding well. Go to Holmes. Does not get it to Holmes. Here come the Wolverines. Dale coming out. She'll end the threat. In that situation there, you want to see Cote just tap it back to her other center back in wide open green space. And then it can be cleared. That was number 2 for Chaparral. That's Isabel Schroeder. Little give and go combination with Ashlyn Wells and Scarlett. Ashlyn Wells sends it up. But Carly had helped back to help, so that went to Alyssa Johnston. Here's Schlauch, the sophomore. Crafty, speedy. She's sending it up, trying to get a through ball into Carly, who was making a little bit of a run. If that gets through, that's a great moment. Cote has time. I can hear Coach Hayes yelling out to her what to do. Carolyn Dale will set it back up. Again, goalie cannot use. Oh, a little too strong to the side. Deberard kept it in, and Cote saves it a little bit right there. Hudson Lunn with the ball. Nice step over. Over to Deberard. I'm not sure she kept that in. She did not. The AR has officially awarded the Wolverines a throw in here. 0-0, 29:39 to go. Step away for just a moment. Schlauch has it now at the 11. Trying to maybe get a corner. She lets that roll out. I thought that was going to be a corner for us. And there we go. Oh, they're awarding the goal kick. Even Chaparral was heading over to defend the corner. That's difficult for center ref to see. But I'm hearing it was a good call based off the footage that we have. We're able to zoom in using the camera. It's always tough for a referee to see. I know the Warriors sideline was not happy, but that's just competitive juices flowing. Scarlett Rose sends a high ball deep down the pitch. The Warriors do like to try and attack that way, but into the wind, it's going to be difficult to get that big ball up. Now, we did get a foul. It was awarded. Alyssa Johnson fouled right around the 30-yard line. This will be a free kick. Now, Ashlyn Wells put one in earlier from here. We'll see what they do. Ashlyn talking to Scarlett. The two seniors going over it. Ashlyn has buried one. And Ashlyn will take it. Scarlett has stepped back. Ashlyn probably asked for it, defaulting to the senior captain. Wells can bury this. She has proven to do it, but she's into the wind. And you can tell the wind played a role. It is just straight on in her face. Nice step up by Cote, the center back. She's trying to keep it in. That's a good job. Scarlett Rowe pinched over to the left side to cover for her. Wells dropped back. That was a good time for Cote to step. So the Arapahoe Warriors have stopped the Chaparral attack that they had 7 or 8 minutes ago. Checking in is Ainsley Mulligan for the Wolverines. Number 20 just checked in, wearing a knee brace. Scarlett clears it with her left foot. Ainsley trying to keep that in. That clearly goes into touch, also known as out of bounds. First round of the CHSAA 5A state playoffs. I apologize if I don't have the record correct. Maybe Matt can verify, but I believe the Wolverines are 8-6-1. I know ABK is 6-5-4. There's a cross, but nobody home for the Wolverines. I thought they might hold on to it as their 7-9 got up a little bit higher. Excuse me, their 11-9 got up a little higher. Carly Holmes doing a lot of work over there. There's a shot wide of the goal. Those are the kind of threats the Warriors want. Crosses with no one home. Shots on with nobody down in there for a rebound. Defense has tightened up a little bit. And really, some of it really wasn't the defense. I mean, Chaparral just did a good job getting through. Making runs. Ellie Carroll heads to midfield to check in. And there goes Ellie Carroll into the midfield. Now that's a substitution. It hasn't happened often lately. Senior Ellie Carroll getting in the action, giving Hudson Lund probably a little rest here. Huddy may have looked a little tired. Maybe she's going to get a quick rest and get back out there. Coach Hayes has favored Hudson Lund as she's recovered from injury. Ellie to Steiner. Steiner goes back to Carly Holmes. Another senior captain. And ball is stolen from her. Chaparral looking for a through ball. And Deberard gets spun around, so it will go to the Wolverines. Here comes a threat here. Deberard shouldn't let that cross happen, but it does. And we get it out of the 18. Still attacking, though. That's Grace Johnson with the ball. And Maddie Steiner stands her up. Looks like the threat is still on, though. Schlauk has helped out. She's a forward. No foul called there. It's a good no call. Looked clean. Holmes up to Johnson. Here comes Holmes. This could be a 2v2. Carly take it. Alyssa spin. Go over to Alyssa, or Holmes does a shot on, and that's nobody home there. I thought Johnston might spin and attack. We're going to stop the clock and check on an injured player here to make sure we're okay. This could be just the wind knocked out of her. She's putting her hands up to her face, though. I want to make sure there's no blood as well. If you have blood, you got to come off the pitch. And she might have some blood, so trainer being called out. May have just taken it in the face. Hopefully it's just the nose and not the teeth. A couple years ago, we did have a senior Marin Clace lose a tooth during a match against Heritage. It was successfully replaced. All right, checking in for the Wolverines, number 19, Trinity Creighton. The clock will wind as the punt happens. Trying to get no bounce there with the wind at their back. The ball does bounce. It's going all the way inside the 10. And Ashlyn Wells chases it down and has no choice but to kick it out. When in doubt, kick it out. Well done, Ashlyn Wells. That's a case of the wind at your back, and then you got to have no bounce. But it did bounce. And now they're attacking in our final third. Kicked out by Cote. Head up to Carly Holmes. Can she keep it in? Nope, it does go out over the touchline there for Wolverine throw-in. Carly Holmes, a state champion cross-country runner. All right, a foul's been called against Ellie Carroll. It'll be a free kick just inside the 30-yard line. Scarlett Rowe going quickly. Wants to send it up to Kate Schlauk, who does a nice job fielding it. May have been fouled. Yep, center ref was playing advantage. He didn't call it right away, thus the delay. Well done by the center ref. Wanted to see if Kate Schlauk got up. Now this is an opportunity here. Being a little further out, I bet Scarlett will take this one. We let Ashlyn have a chance last time. Ashlyn's not even heading over. Scarlett lining it up. She can hit it a little farther, and into the mixer. Nobody home for the header. Is it a corner? No, they're going to call goal kick. Checking in for the Warriors, Raina McMaster. She'll probably head up to the 9, play the striker role. Alyssa Johnston will come off the pitch. And that is exactly what's going to transpire. Heading out for the Wolverines is Ella Carroll, number 22, no relation to our Ellie Carroll, number 2. Ellie Carroll still out there, the senior getting some action. Ellie Carroll, very good midi. Quick and crafty, making a run there. Wanted to be part of the combo play. Steiner with it. Ellie Carroll is open. Little through ball up to Holmes. That's good touch on that. Well done. McMaster in there. Shot on goal. Thought the cross was going to happen over to Schlauk, but instead Holmes pulled the trigger. Never a bad idea. And good job with no bounce for Ashlyn Wells. On turf, you do not want that ball to land on the pitch. Wind's still pretty strong, but I can see the flag occasionally flapping downward. I imagine it's a little bit less than it was at the start of the half. Raina McMaster over there on the right side helping out. She is the striker. Ellie Carroll in the midfield now, trying to contain the Wolverine attack. They build from the 35 here. Overlap from the outside back. The cross over to her. Outside back, number 6 still making a move down there for the Wolverines. That's Grace Johnson now with the ball. Correction. That was number 2, Isabel Schroeder. And the Warriors have cleared it out temporarily. McMaster over there trying to keep it in. Does a good job shielding. Ellie Carroll sending it up. Oh, a mishit. That's straight to Kate Schlauk. That's a dangerous person to hit it to. She's going to go into the middle instead of out. She might have a chance. If she beats this one here, she could get a shot off. She plays the way her shoulders are facing. And Steiner takes an unsuccessful crack from the 30-yard line. Unable to get underneath it. Just takes one here for the Warriors. There's another big punt. Nice step by Parker Wells, the freshman. She's going to carry. I love it. She can hit from way out. I thought she might continue to be part of the play. We had her covered. Ellie Carroll was doing good pressure cover for her. Good, Cote up, trying to let no turn happen. Here comes Chaparral. This is a big moment. Scarlett Rowe trying to stay on her, does not get around her. That nearly goes in. This is a dangerous moment for the Warriors, and they sky it. Chaparral cannot put it home. That was dicey. Lacey Jablowski checks in for Chaparral, number 8. Alyssa Johnston will be checking back in for the Warriors, and here comes Huddy Lunn. Told you she would get back in. That means Ellie Carroll will probably come out. Now, I don't know what they'll do with Alyssa Johnston. Will they keep Raina out there or take Raina out? They might take Raina out. This might just be a direct swap for Ellie Carroll and Raina McMaster. Parker Wells, I want to see her step up and be part of the mix if she has green space like she did. Here come the Wolverines again. Way to help out. Kate Schlauk's not going to have it this time, and she is fouled. We'll get a free kick out of it. That's unusual for a forward to drop all the way back into the red zone, the final third, and help defend, but it paid off. She's got the energy for it, the fight, the grit. Excellent sophomore leader. Great for the ABK program. Kate Schlauk had a hat trick against Overland earlier this year. There's a ball to the midfield, and Carly Holmes comes out of her position to take it. Up to Raina, who tries to receive it with her. She did everything right. Sometimes it's hard to just catch that ball. If she catches it a little bit with her right leg and slows it down, she may have had a chance to shoot that. Electric down there. Emerson Sprinkle, number 1 with the red orangish shoes, has been dangerous at the 7. And here come. We are going to take out Maddie Steiner. We're going to leave Raina McMaster at the 9. I like this move by Coach Hayes. Ellie Carroll comes off the pitch with smiles. She did a good job. She filled in, gave Hudson Lunn some nice rest, and coaches get to talk to her, let her know what they want. The formation and strategy of the game is always changing, so it's good to come off the pitch and get that sometimes. So you have Alyssa Johnston playing the 10. It's attacking midfield. And going in there for Ellie Carroll was Hudson Lunn. Just watching this build up right here. All right, Huddy has the ball right now. Schlauk to Johnston. It was a good idea of a combo play, a little off on the angle there, Alyssa Johnston. The ideas are right, though. The Warriors are starting to connect and combo play forward, finding feet. They definitely are creating some chances here. So are the Wolverines. The Wolverines' chances are coming on the counterattack. They're not really building and winning the ball and building out of the back. Athletic Director LC with the stop over there. Will be awarded a Wolverine throw-in. Throw-in has been awarded to the Warriors. Not very happy about the call there. Hudson Lunn throwing it in. Don't always have to throw to a player. Can throw to green space, and then often neglected is the person who throws it in. They're an opportunity to go back to it. Hudson or Ainsley Debrard just, that's probably a good foul for the Warriors. That'll be good because Emerson Sprinkle is going to get in. That will be a yellow card. That's an appropriate call against Ainsley Debrard. She just seemed to get beat. And kind of took it a little slow. Kira Barker will step in and give Ainsley a quick little rest. We'll see if Ainsley heads right back out there or not. See what Coach Hayes wants to do. Ball is certainly not placed where the foul occurred. The center ref is awaiting that moment. Carolyn Dale setting up the wall, which I can tell from our vantage point does need to move over, and Carolyn's moving them over. Center ref counting off 10 yards. Just under 16 minutes remain here in the second half. Carolyn Dale with the save. Diving right paw on that one. It will be a corner, but a nice save by Dale. Wolverines attacking. Checking on a few things, so sorry for the delay here. Wolverines attacking again. Scarlett Rowe with the clear. Here comes another ball with the wind at the back, but Dale knows that one's sailing out. All right, checking in is Maddie Steiner. She's going to go in for Parker Wells, give her a quick respite. You will see Parker back out there. Parker be an interesting person to put at the 10 on occasion against the right opponent, just with her ability to strike from far out. Maddie Steiner can certainly play the 6, has this year. Awesome defender, very reliable, quick, good vision, great soccer IQ. Moves well off the ball. Weak shot on goal, saved by Dale. Chaparral for the last 3 or 4 minutes have been attacking. Warriors will play out of the back. Scarlett Rowe will try to find feet along the line of Carly Holmes, who comes back. Back to Cote as center back. She just punches it up straight in the air with a man on that she had no choice, really. And Kira Barker does an overlap to help. Now Cote and just kicks it out. That's a good job. Barker's still out there for Deberard. Parker Wells getting ready to check right back in. Dale with the punt. Holmes checks 2. Hudson Lunn in pursuit, trying to prevent the cross. Does not get goal side. Wolverines do get the cross. Swing and a miss. Looks like Cote had the miss there. A nice carry right here. Well done by Kira Barker to bring it out. Gets to Schlauch. The sophomores working together. Barker looking to make an overlap, but she stops. Schlauch wants the ball again. McMaster with it. The senior shields well. I saw her working on that late one Sunday evening. Paid off right there. By herself. Oh, we may have earned a corner, and we did. Raina McMaster going to work. Came back to school for a particular reason. Left late around 8 o'clock. It was dusk, and McMaster out on the pitch in Arapahoe working with one other teammate, Alyssa Johnston. On that very play right there, shield the player and turn. All right, here comes a corner for the Warriors. Holmes takes it, puts it in the mixer, and it's headed out. That was a nice corner, placed well. Got to watch for the counterattack. It is 2v2 right now. Little susceptible. Emerson Sprinkle heading down, but Steiner's in there now. Now we've equalized it, and Steiner's not going to have anything of this. Sprinkle's on, but we kick it out. Now we can get organized. Good job by Maddie Steiner dropping all the way back, using her speed to help the Warriors on defense there as a midi. Overtime rules here are 2 15 minutes. 2 15 minutes. I'm going to go tell my counterparts that. I'll be back. All right, checking in for the Warriors. Ainsley Deborah goes back in. Kira Barker heads out. Alyssa Johnson onto the pitch. McMaster does come off. Parker Wells back out there at the 6. So you kind of have the starting lineup right back out there for the Warriors. 9:52 to go. Overtime rules have 2 15-minute halves. There's a 2-minute intermission in between those 15-minute halves, and then it's PKs. 5 frames of penalty kicks. Extra frames if you need them. Years ago, I forget the year. I want to say like 2012, somewhere in there. But the boys for ABK went 9 frames in a playoff and won it in the 9th frame. So it can go deep and dramatic. Those Wolverines are quick on the counter, but the Warriors have recognized it and are adapting. You can see them scampering back. What you want, you always want to be a man up. So you got 4 in the back line with the 4-3-3 that the Warriors are playing. And if they bring in their 10, then they have 4 on 4, and we're not a man up, and that seems to be what's happening. There's 7, 9, and 11 up top. Those 3 players up top for the Wolverines are getting in, and then they're bringing in their 10. And then if an outside back goes in, then it's 5 on 4. So what the Warriors can do to help with that is drop in the 6. Parker Wells can drop back, and then we can have 5 against 4 in that situation. And speaking of, Wells goes in right now to track. And I'm sure some of that coaching's been happening on the sideline for the Warriors. In the corner there, Wolverines probably want a corner. Wells battling over there. Always dangerous if he gets just inside that 18, because if you accidentally kick somebody in the leg or have a random handball moment, just want to keep it out of that 18. We do not need a PK at this point to decide a game like this. Parker Wells in pursuit, the freshman. 3 freshmen on this team. Finley Weant, Parker Wells, and Paige Bradley got the call up from JV. Carly Holmes trying to connect with Alyssa Johnston. Alyssa takes down the right side, tries to pass it to herself. Alyssa is tall, gritty, and tough. Speed and quickness is not her forte compared to some of the other players on the pitch. But boy, she can really get that ball, shield it, win it, and crack it from far out. So her and Carly there are a great combo to have. A weak cross there. It's the right idea, though. It's always hard to hit it perfectly. It's a game of adapting, adjusting. Uh-oh, Scarlett with an errant pass. They're sneaking through here. This can be a moment. Rowe trying to stand her up. And a save by Dale. Scarlett with a rare error, passing it straight to the middle. Dale playing some good goalkeeping tonight. Had some nice saves, some nice dives. All right, foul's been called. Free kick for the Warriors. Just inside the 22-yard line will be Ashton Wells, who has put it on frame. The flag is flapping a little less strongly. She does put it on frame, bounces, and crashing in was Hudson Lunn, or is that Ainsley Deberard? That's Ainsley Deberard, but could not quite get there in time. Always want to sniff that far post if it scoots through like that. Ainsley was trying to get there, but could not quite get there in time. There goes Emerson Sprinkle getting by 2 Warriors. Got by Cote and Deberard. Now it's just Scarlett Rowe. Pass to the middle. Bounces off a Warrior. This could be the moment. They miss. It's out of bounds. Hit the yellow. That'll be a goal kick. Another dicey moment. Very dicey for the Warriors. Many opportunities have occurred for Chaparral. We're checking on an injured player. I don't have the number. We'll try to get it to you. I'm trying to look up some scores and updates. Valor beat Legacy 2-1. And number 1 Mountain Vista beat Liberty 5-0. Broomfield has won 1-0 over Legend. Grandview beat Adams City 6-0. The winner of this game will play the winner of Denver South and number 2 seed Fossil Ridge up there in Fort Collins. Can't quite make out the number there, but that's all right. She seems to be up and okay. Some of the forwards for the Wolverines sneaking through there. Emerson Sprinkle went to work, as did number 20, Ainsley Mulligan. Isabel Schroeder getting ready to check back in for Chaparral. She's wears number 2. She's done well tonight as well. Carly Holmes takes it to the middle. Almost connected with Hudson Lunn. I thought she was going to. Huddy making a nice run. Ball came in a little late maybe there. And now the counterattack is on. It's Ainsley tracking. Emerson Sprinkle in pursuit. Ainsley chooses to go out of bounds with it. Would have been dangerous to go back to Dale there in that situation when you're not 100% sure. You certainly do not want to make a pass to the other team in that situation. So Deberard, again, when in doubt, just kicking it out. Emerson Sprinkle with the throw in. That's number 9, Elle Bradley. She's out just outside the 18, looking for a hole. Parker Wells on the defense. Well done by the freshman. And that'll end the threat. Maddie Steiner chasing it down. Maddie Steiner playing up top. We're trying to get a little different formation going. Maddie Steiner at the 9, Schlauk at the 11, and Carly Holmes all year long playing the 7. Got Alyssa Johnston at the 10. That's the attacking mid. Those are our top 4. And a foul has been called on the far side of the pitch for the Wolverines. The wind still blowing with enough for it to matter. This can be difficult. This is right around the 25-yard line. Sent into the box. Dale comes out, does not have it, looks down, and kicked out by Deberard. Dale was clueless for a moment, trying to find the ball. She did get banged up a little bit. She's hunched over, catching her breath. She's tough as nails. She will go on to West Point and be at the Army. She will play soccer there. Alyssa Johnston. Looks like that went off white, though, and is awarded a Warrior throw-in. That is correct. Quickly throwing it in, Ashlyn Wells. We got 2:02 on the clock. Intense moment here. You want a chance to win it here at the buzzer. Steiner. Here comes Huddy. Schlauk has it. She's dangerous and crafty. Sends it over to Holmes. Holmes right around the 25. The give and go to Steiner. Steiner crosses it in, and it's a little left of the frame there. That's a good opportunity, good chance. McMaster will quickly check in. 1:37 and counting left here in the second half. Again, overtime is 2:15s with a 2-minute half. Johnston will head off with 1:28 to go. Quick substitution. No conversation for her. She's getting quick water. That may have been to give her a rest to get ready here. I don't know for the overtime. We'll see. McMaster with it. Tries to cross it. Deberard does into the middle of the pitch. Holmes comes out to help. Parker's in. Pinching up, trying to help. Scarlett Rowe with an important stop. She's going to carry. Here comes the captain. Going to Hudson Lund, who bursts forward. She could take a crack from right here. Huddy off the left foot, not strong enough. 45 seconds to go. Parker Wells gets shielded, but Cote has her back. Parker wanted to do the no bounce. Emerson Sprinkle, dangerous from the right side. Gets it in, but Scarlett Rowe's left foot sends it out. Into touch, and it'll be a throw-in for the Wolverines. 20 seconds to go. Just need to clear it here. Huddy out there. Wolverines step, and Steiner with the step. Will they get a shot off? They do. Dale with the save, and that'll do it. We'll go to overtime. You have 2 15-minute halves. We'll step away and get organized. Be right back with you. All right, we are back. Wolverines take the pitch. They just ended their cheer. ABK, club formed back in 1969. ABK, the Arapahoe ball kickers, take the pitch. The Warriors, Native American mascot, one of only 2 high schools in the state of Colorado with a Native American mascot. Strasburg High School, the other one. State law does not permit Native American mascots, but exception granted to Arapahoe High School and Strasburg High School. The reason being they have a live relationship, an ongoing relationship. We have a relationship with the people of the Arapahoe Tribal Nation up on the Wind River Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming. Warriors and Wolverines. And the trainers for Arapahoe, the team managers trying to get the fans going. Scarlett Rowe passes over to Wells, finds Holmes, trying to find feet. Wells, quick kick up to Steiner. Little give and go to Holmes. That was a little better job of finding feet. Sometimes this year, finding feet for the Warriors has been a little more frenetic kickball at times. And you get that when you get younger players and injuries, and different people have to come in awkward positions and play, but they have settled down, like I said, in the last 8 games, 6-0-2, and do a much better job building and finding feet and settling. Much better team on the pitch. And it usually is the case for every high school team this time of year when you compare it to the beginning of the season. The wind is start, we were noting at halftime here, or at the end of the second period, and I should say. The second half ended and we looked at the flag and noticed it is starting to flop down a little bit. So the Warriors into the wind. They'll have their wind in the second 15 minutes here, but it is dying down. McMaster was battling there. Schlauch was trying to go wide, which was smart. Sprinkle getting in there for the Wolverines. There's a nice step by Rowe, who could not win it. This could do it. Airmailed for the Wolverines. They need to put it on frame. That is an outside back making a run there for the Wolverines. It's Brooklyn Arnold with the shot that went just high above the crossbar. Parker doing a good job. Something that's often overlooked is the header. You want it to go forward. It's the little things that matter, and Parker Wells doing a good job with that. Nice strong throw in by Carly Holmes. There is no offsides on a throw in. Steiner with the left foot just could not get enough on it. Maddie Steiner not afraid to shoot with the left. Parker tried to back up and up, but again, that wind might have played a little bit of a role. Got the header going backwards a little bit. She battles. We're playing advantage. There's a foul by Parker, who appears to be hurt. Parker's down. Deverard clears it. Holmes will go over there and try to probably just kick it out of bounds. The ref has called time here. I believe we have stopped the clock. We have indeed. Katie Wallace, the trainer, heads out. Parker tough as nails. So trust me, when she's down, something's not right. Now, anytime you're in overtime, cramping is a possibility. So that's my hope here, that we've got a muscle that's just simply tightened up. We need water, Gatorade, fluids, and we're actually not hurt. You know, they are stretching the left leg. That is a possibility here. And so I'm hopeful for that. Meanwhile, a couple Wolverine forwards chatting things over. Ainsley Mulligan, number 20, and number 1, Emerson Sprinkle, discussing. Another threat on the pitch for Chaparral's been number 2, Isabel Schroeder. She's gotten in. Brooklyn Arnold made that run from the outside back, put the shot on, nearly gave the goal for the victory for the Wolverines there. Step away to let my colleagues next door. I'm going to go ahead and let them know it is indeed golden goal. I forgot to tell them that, but the first goal that scores will win. It will not be a full 2:15 minutes. I'm going to go relay that information. Be right back. All right, we're back. Hayes has come out. Coach Hayes. Coach Jeremy Hayes out on the pitch. First year as the head coach. Been a long-time assistant. He went to Arapahoe High School, played under Mark Hampshire. Mark Hampshire, soccer coach for the Warriors for 27 years. Coach Hampshire came out recently for a visit to watch the Warriors take on Grandview earlier this season. Came out from California to watch a game. Parker is limping off, so this appears to be something with the left leg. Katie Wallace was stretching it, trying to explain to Hayes what's going on. Now, stepping out there right now, senior Carter Dominguez. Now, Carter, the thing Carter offers, she's a little more electric. I've watched her play. She's played club for Elevation. I've seen her over the years. I've had her in class. Carter Dominguez, excellent kid, smart, bright, works hard, good soccer IQ. She is not afraid to carry that ball forward and strike. Parker offers that big body, that toughness, that grit. There's Carter stepping and doing just what I said, carrying, and now she does an overlap to be part of it. Dominguez will do that. The only danger there is if we need her to drop back from the 6 and help out if they bring their 10 up. Right now, Chaparral has been doing that. So if Carter steps in and then Chaparral has their 10 attack on a counter, we could be in a 4v4 situation. And that's difficult. If one man gets beat, then all of a sudden it's 4v3. I mean, think about it in hockey. You just have an extra player wide open. Scarlett Rowe sends it high into the sky over to Kate Schlauch. Don't fall asleep here. Golden goal. Next goal wins. 11:36 on the clock here in the first overtime period. Schlauch down the left side. Emerson Sprinkle with the speed. Chaparral has found speed in her. She's stepping back to help. She's up there playing up top, playing the 7. And now inside the final third to help on defense. Deberard getting beat to the ball by Emerson Sprinkle there. Ainsley Deberard doing the throw in here for the Warriors. Thinks about going to Schlauch. Will go to Schlauch. She can go right back to Deberard. Deberard now being covered. Schlauch tries to turn a corner, does cross it a little bit, and kicked out of bounds. Another throw in for Deberard. Don't fall asleep here. Something could happen. Warriors do have 2 back. Cote and Rowe. Neither one of them stepping up. The closest defender in, and appropriately so, is Ashlyn Wells pinching in over there. Here's Deberard. She might have time to serve this into the box. She does cross it over just outside the 18. Holmes into McMaster, and we almost had a chance there. Nice header by Ashlyn Wells. Steiner in pursuit. Wells gets goal side. That's Isabel Schroeder for Chaparral. Wells trying to win it. She is beat. Schroeder's coming down. She's going to recover, though. She goes goal side. That's the thing Ashlyn does well, is she has recovered and slowed down the attack. She will step and attack, and if she gets beat, she will not hang her head. She'll get right back after it. Chaparral now attacking in the final third. That's Carter Dominguez defending. Scarlett Rowe now can clear this, and she does. I think she wanted to probably get a little more on that than she did, but it is a successful clear nonetheless. We're still trying to work up the right side. Carly Holmes has it. Potential switch over there to Schlauch. Down to McMaster. She's trying to find an angle. Kicked into touch, out of bounds for a Warrior throw-in. And Alyssa Johnston getting ready to check in. Be nice if they saw the sub. She didn't get there in time. She wanted to get in for this attack, I could tell. Read the body language. Schlauch trying to go in. And Chaparral corrals the ball. Ending the threat. That's going to be Sydney Matthews again. Deberard misjudges the no bounce. That's difficult again, like we said, in this win. Do not overlook that. It is really hard. And the AR has whistled and motioned. That is a throw-in for the Warriors. Quickly checking in, Alyssa Johnston. Raina McMaster checks out. I'm going to go ahead and predict right now Johnston with the winning goal. I feel it from the body language. She's excited to be back out there. 8:45 to go. Senior captain. High ball in the air from Deberard. Steiner getting it. Johnston getting in position. Schlauch makes her run. That's a through ball. Maybe could have gone a little wider, but they'll probably just kick it out of bounds, and it will be a Warrior throw-in. Deberard heading down the pitch. Ballshagger gets the ball to her quickly. 8:25 on the clock. Over to Steiner. Steiner has it. We'll go back to Deberard. She'll serve it into the box. Saw that coming. Johnston trying to head it. You're not going to head it from there. Holmes battling. Holmes trying to chip it in. She can't quite get it. It's still loose. And Warriors falling all over the place. But Sydney Matthews, good job by the center ref to let that play continue on. Still kept the goalie safe as well. Scarlett Rowe with the header to stop any counterattack. Carter Dominguez shields things well, gives a nice touch to the outside so that there's plenty of time for Ashton Wells to send it up to Alyssa Johnston. Has the ball, will go with her left foot over to Schlauch. Schlauch dangerous. She may have been hit in the box. Is there a foul? Center ref calls for a throw-in. I believe some of the Warrior coaches are upset. We are going to stop the clock right here. You could have easily called a penalty kick right there. I see Coach Conway with his ball cap off, arms folded, and a look of disgust. Wind chopping in his ear. I imagine the Warriors will act with class and move on and play accordingly. It's a very difficult call for a ref to make in that moment. It's got to be really clear. Max Shaver showing the instant replay. Here comes a replay again. I'm watching on the big screen here. Schlauch gets in. The tackle happens, and I hear the reaction from the crowd. If you get to the ball first and it's all ball, you're fine. But if we hit the leg first, that's no bueno. And Matt keeps showing the replay, which is not a problem. Fans do like seeing that. 7:35 on the clock. It is stopped for another injury. I think that's Brooke. Is that Brooklyn? That is. So Brooklyn Arnold, number 6, who had the shot on goal earlier. Rowan Sager checks in for her. And Brooklyn Arnold was doing the right thing, trying to clear it for her goalkeeper, Sydney Matthews. This is Ainsley Deberard throwing it into Schlauch. Clock will wind again. Emerson Sprinkle, crafty on the right side for Chaparral. And she has found her teammate. Stolen, though. Nice job by Cote. Up to Schlauch, can't quite get it. That was Ainsley Mulligan with the knee brace for Chaparral, number 20. She and Emerson Sprinkle have worked well together today. Carter up on her opponent. Nice step by Scarlett Rowe, putting pressure on. Here is a 3v4, though. See, the Warriors are one up. Should be okay. Wells in pursuit. This shouldn't be anything. And it will go out for a Warrior throw-in. You can always look up right away, and if you have the numbers, you're going to be okay. And that's what the Warriors want to see as coaches every time they have that moment. Wells, oh, that's to the middle. That's not good. Sprinkle could get this. Get on her, Cote, and she does. It's difficult when that ball's bouncing on turf. Sometimes it's hard to get a clean hit. Miss hits are going to happen. It's part of the game. It's hard to be perfect. You got to be okay not being perfect and adjust and adapt. Sutton Persicina prepares to check in for the Wolverines. Alyssa Johnston making calls as if she's an AR, motioning for the throw-in. Her body language and movements just exude confidence right now. Holmes going to work as she always does. She's relentless. She'll never stop. She'll fall down, get banged, push, scratch, claw. She's scrappy as they come. She is the definition of scrappy. And Carly is baffled why that's not a Warrior throw-in. She just puts her hands down and in class continues to walk away from the ball. Free kick for the Wolverines. The wind has died down a little, but it still is at their back for at least 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Ball skips. Scarlett Rose ready to catch that. Nice job with the chest. Steiner settles this one. If she had gotten through, that would have been a 3v3. Would have been an opportunity. But nice stop. Bella Vartinian with the stop there. And I paused because the injured player appears to be healthy. Number 6, Brooklyn Arnold, back on the pitch for the Wolverines. And as we said earlier, Persicina heads out there. Number 3, Sutton Persicina. Wells oversteps there a little bit. Wolverines get in. And Scarlett Rose stands it up. Stops the attack. Well done. An outside back can be a little aggressive. A center back, if they step, that's dangerous if they get beat. If they overdive. It's called diving. No diving. And Rose certainly did not. Steady as they come on the back line there. Huddy with the steal here. Going wide is Schlauch. Schlauch wants it. Steiner trying to get it to her, and she will. Here we go. Warriors trying to get to the ball. Schlauch has it shot on, and it goes high. You could see it coming. You could feel the play developing. The Warriors scrapping and clawing, trying to get it to Schlauch. An offensive threat. Golden goal, and the Warriors move on to take on the winner of the number 2 matchup. Nice step by Carter Dominguez, putting pressure on. Maddie Steiner getting in. Steiner could have a chance just outside the 18. Left foot maybe. She's wise. She was covered. Oh, she got fouled. Will they call it? No! Hands in the air, and I agree. That's sent all the way back, and with the win, that'll go off the end line for a goal kick. Again, a ref's running around. Conway yelling out now. That was a tough no call, but that was foot on foot. We have a great vantage point up here from this view here high up above. We can see very clearly. Running around on the pitch is difficult. Bodies can block your view. It's challenging at times. That was a nice threat for the Warriors. 2:52 and counting here in the first overtime. I hear that Cale McCarr, has scored a power play goal for the Avalanche. I almost said for the Warriors. I'm locked in on this game. Game 1 of the second round of the NHL playoffs. Is that correct, Mac? Avs up 1-0, maybe? I was watching a game with my son earlier tonight. Here comes the Wolverines. They could have a chance. Rowe defending. The shot gets off. Carolyn Dale with the save, and then off the post. We've ended that threat. It just seems to be the Warriors continue to stop these threats as the Wolverines knock on the door. Ainsley Mulligan checking in for the Wolverines. I was about to say there was a club game I watched earlier tonight for Real Colorado, and Cole, one of my son's teammates, was out there. Cole, Cale McCarr, get confused, but McCarr, there's a guy who can defend and also score. Emerson Sprinkle stood up by Ainsley Deberard. Will have none of it this time. Deberard adjusting. Pressure cover, Cote heading over there. Sprinkle trying to get a cross off, but cannot. Good defense right there. Excellent pressure cover. Deberard picking up her toughness, standing up Emerson Sprinkle, and then Cote on the cover when Deberard got beat. Carter Dominguez heads off the pitch as Parker Wells is cleared to play and running around healthy now. Katie Wallace has done her job as the trainer. And straight to Parker right out of the gate. Uh-oh, goes to Chaparral. This could be dangerous. Parker clears it out. That'll end that. And hopefully that will go out, not for a corner. There we go. That'll go for a goal kick. Well done. 52 seconds here in the first overtime. We're staring down a second overtime golden goal. The Warriors will have the wind at their back. They have not had that since the first half. I don't think this is going to PKs. Warriors win it in the second overtime. Carly Holmes working over there on the right side. Far side of the pitch from us. Warriors attacking from right to left. A foul has been called. Carly is stunned. Not, and I hear some fans in disagreement. Will not repeat what I'm hearing. Chaparral ready for the free kick from the 34-yard line. Oh, that's dangerous, right in the mixer. Dale comes out and catches it. Well done, Carolyn Dale. Don't assume that's gonna be caught on a cold night as it approaches the upper 40s. And there we go, she holds on to it, and that'll end the first overtime. It's just a 2-minute break in between, so we'll stay here with you and just report what we see down on the pitch. Ladies will get a quick drink. Got to watch for cramping here. Sips of water go a long way. It's easy to not sip water when you're cold and chilly, but your body still needs it. And who went to water right away? Alyssa Johnston. A little excitement here at Centennial Stadium here, right next to Newton Middle School. Hayes talking to Carly Holmes, giving her some instruction. Carly seems to agree. Carly has the maturity to take it and the soccer IQ for it. Her only challenge is to go gentle on herself and not demand perfection from this situation, to be okay to not be perfect and just keep scrapping and clawing. The mental game, such an important part of sports. Novak Djokovic, #1 tennis player in the world, and I would say arguably of all time with the most Grand Slam titles. A famous quote, "You must win the inward battle if you want to win the outward one." He understands the mental approach, what it takes. Oftentimes he's playing a match where he is not cheered on, he's booed and cheered against, and he wins nonetheless because he has that mental toughness and grit that is unrivaled in the sport of tennis. But the reason they make Netflix movies on these athletes and documentaries and series, or people lean in and listen, it's because of the story, the human element, the spirit, what they fight from. And the quotes and inspiration inspire others. That's what the Warriors need to draw on right now. They seem to be fired up. They seem to be excited. They seem to believe. Watching Hayes talk quickly to them. Halftime is over. Make noise on the big screen. Brought to you by Max Shaver. Have no doubt Mac has a career in the sports industry. Recently recognized at an all-school assembly by Principal Natalie Permenko, given an award and a letter for his work with the Arapahoe Sports Network. 15 minutes here in the second overtime. Left to right, you got Schlauk, Alyssa Johnston, and Carly Holmes up top. Warriors now with the wind at their back, battling. They're going from left to right here and pressing in. There's a step from Steiner, another step from Deberard. Warriors already high pressing here, it seems. First to the ball right away out of the gate. Cote to Huddy in the middle. Huddy continues to press, makes an errant pass. Even if you don't get it, when you press, you make the other team fail. Huddy could crack one from here. Huddy going in. She might have a chance. No. She was looking for the window. I kept waiting to see it. I didn't see it, but she was trying. She can be electric. Plays for Real, Colorado. A lot of different clubs represented here tonight, from the Rapids, Elevation, United certainly represented. All right, heading down for the throw, and Ashlyn Wells will take the throw, and even though we're buried deep in the final third, Dale high out of her box at the 35-yard line. Holmes battling, trying to cross it in. It's Hudson Lund. This will go to Parker Wells, who tries to get to the header first. She doesn't have the height as other players do. Here comes a counter, but Emerson Sprinkle can't do anything when it's 2v1, and that's why I was mentioning Ashlyn Wells with the throw-in as an outside back deep down in the attacking third was a totally okay situation for the Warriors formation, with Scarlett Rowe and Cote back with only Emerson Sprinkle up top. Chaparral trying to counter. Deberard's not going to have any of it. Scarlett Rowe sending it. Correction, that's Ainsley Deberard sending it down the far side of the pitch. Trying to verify a name for the Wolverines. Trying to get in Carly Holmes. Not quite. Not close enough. You want to be near the 8 or the 10 there. At least the PK spot. A little too far out to get that header to do anything. Parker Wells again. Gets shoved from behind a little bit. Foul could have been called there. Center ref lets it go. Some of the fans are disgruntled. Chaparral has Isabel Schroeder playing the left side. She's played well tonight. Emerson Sprinkle on the far right. Here come the Warriors. That Schlauch goes high up, upper pins off the crossbar. That almost ended it. Schlauch from far out. Nice step. Ashlyn Wells with the nice step. Wells now near us. Oh, we're sniffing it here. 12 minutes to go. Holmes with the header. Bouncy ball on turf. Ashlyn trying to get goal side. That's Isabel Schroeder sending it up, but we're 3v2. Scarlett Rose having none of this. Sends it out, slows things down. Cote now with the press. Sprinkles crafty though. She sends it to her classmate. Don't quite have a number. Shot is missed off. Dale comes off the line and a nice save. That's good pressure. That was Hudson Lund getting in, coming back and helping from the midfield position. Carolyn Dale again is timing her saves well off the line. She's knowing right when to come off and not holding back. Carly Holmes will try to keep this in. Chaparral heads it out. That's helpful for us. Holmes gets the ball quickly. Takes another 10 yards down the touchline. Heads it in. Alyssa Johnson up to Hudson Lund. Hudson Lund smelling it now. I can see her winning it from far out. I see many forms of victory. Schlauch, Alyssa Johnston, Hudson Lund from far out. Wells battling on the outside back spot. Scarlett has her covered. Here comes Scarlett. And, ooh, megged. But Carolyn Dale there. Scarlett Rowe got megged. But that's unusual. That's not your fault. She's there exactly where she needs to be. Good pressured cover there. Again, Warrior back line battling. And they have the advantage in the numbers. I just don't worry when I see that. Hudson, it does bounce. It shouldn't bounce. Hudson Lund has a chance to win it here from 25 yards out. And she does not get underneath it. Hudson can crack that one in. She's smart. And here's what I mean about that. She is not someone that's going to airmail that very often. That's why that was on the ground. You would rather see that ball on the ground than have her airmail it. Now, she can go upper bins or hit top shelf on that and bury that in the back of the net from 25 out. She is a threat. Warriors have a couple of them out there. One thing to note on that attack, stuck at the 50-yard line during that attack, was Maddie Steiner working on her right calf. She was pulling on the top of her foot. There she goes again. The left calf being worked on right there at the 48-yard line. She is cramping. This can happen when you're dehydrated and you're in an extra 30 minutes after having played 80. Steiner is struggling a little bit. You can see it. She wants it, but her body's not agreeing. She's trying to get goal side and help. See if Coach Hay sees a hair, calls a foul. That's going to help Steiner. That's going to help Steiner. She will not take herself out. I don't know that Hayes will either. He's going to want her to push through with 9:35 to go. He's looking down the line. He's looking. Hayes is checking. He's looking at his subs. Not trying to over-dramatize the situation. McMaster grabs a penny. She's ready to check in, and he does point to Steiner. I do think that substitution's coming. Ashlyn Wells trying to take on Isabel Schroeder. Good containment. She makes her go to the inside. Not ideal, but we'll see what happens. Schroeder does get an angle. Carolyn Dale with another save. Ashlyn Wells, you cannot fault her at all. She did everything she could do. Tried to force her to the outside. You can see the fatigue. Wells heads to the post to guard the corner and catches her breath, leans back and puts her hands down on her knees to gather her breath. No shame at all, Ashlyn Wells. Well done. McMaster ready to check in. Warriors need to end this threat, win a throw-in. Unmarked on the far side. Johnston now trickling in. Yep, number 15 for the Wolverines. Johnston now heading over to mark her, but that's Bella Vartinian. And now Johnston is on her. The coaching staff has seen it. And it does come to her, and Johnston is there. It will go out for a corner kick. Good job by the Warrior coaching staff recognizing the unmarked player. And look at the flag now, Max Shaver. practically limp. No wind. It was going to die, so that will be interesting here as we finish out these last 8 minutes. We're staring PKs in the face. Corner for Chaparral. Counterattack possible for the Warriors. That's too strong. The last thing you want to do is hit a corner too strong. It rolls out the touch line, and it's a throw in. That'll get McMaster on the pitch, and Holmes is coming out. Carly Holmes is the one heading off. Nope, correction, Holmes is moving positions. It is Steiner. I would have been surprised there. Steiner cramping. Holmes heading back to her position at the 7. So Raina McMaster and Alyssa Johnston both out there. Both of them can play the 9. That's the striker. And the American flag has no flap to it anymore. The wind is done. Chaparral attacking. Warrior defenders in there, kicked out for a corner, but hey, that's the right thing, Ainsley Deberard. You just get that thing out. Warriors need to survive this attack. It's going to be Isabel Schroeder doing the corner kick for Chaparral. Carly Holmes now getting goal side on number 15, Bella Vartinian. There's the corner. That's a good corner. Parker Wells struggles to get it cleared. A shot gets off, but goes out, and it will be awarded a goal kick. Parker was there, but again, with fatigue and everything playing in. Remember, she was injured a little bit earlier tonight. Let's see what the Warriors can mount. Scarlett Rowe, the senior captain, does a big ball up top. Carly Holmes can run that down. Will that stay in the pitch? Holmes running after it. Will it be enough? McMaster goes after it. It is kicked out. I thought they might shield it for a goal kick, but it's kicked out. Warriors attacking here. Here we are in the attacking third. Carly Holmes with the throw-in. Hudson heads over, Hudson Lund. Alyssa Johnston, no movement though. You want movement. They're standing. Holmes goes to McMaster. She keeps it in, does a little pullback, trying to get the cross off. McMaster, it goes off of Wolverine for a corner kick. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but battling, being gritty, and the corner is there. Look at Scarlett Rowe, the senior captain, immediately heads over in case it crashes through the far side. She's going far post here, has her arm in the air. Here comes the corner from Carly Holmes. Getting in there on the header. Oh, almost put it in is Alyssa Johnston. Wanted to end things with the header. Nearly doing it. I told Coach Hayes at the beginning of the year, this team's going to be a threat from corner kicks because of their height. And there it was on display. Parker, good job winning that ball. Carly Holmes gathers it. Man on. She has a man on all the time. And kicked out of bounds. That's a Warrior throw-in. Ashton Wells steps up. 4:52 to go and counting. ABK looking to take on the winner of Denver South and Fossil Ridge. Fossil Ridge, the number 2 seed. Do not have a score for that yet tonight. And Wolverines now defending, just kicking it out. This is an attack. Ashlyn Wells, an attack for the Warriors. Thrown into McMaster. She's first 2, takes it off her head. Gets it over to Holmes, kicked out of bounds again. Looking for the cross. Now, who do we have in there? That's what you want to see. Alyssa Johnston with her arm up, wants the ball. Far side, Kate Schlauk just watching the back line, staying on side. Kate Schlauk lurking over there. If it comes over there, Parker Wells in a good spot, trying to be an option. Ready to step into green space. You can see it. They're thirsting for it. And that is awarded a corner. Is it a throw-in or corner? I'm trying to see. I was blocked by the tripod. It's a throw-in. Hard to see from this angle right here. And there we go. Oh, it's a throw-in. Awarded to Chaparral. Is it a throw-in or free kick? Did he call a foul? Again, I have a very tough view through the... You're fine, Mac. Keep it right there. Your fight's rare. It's going to be stuck here. I believe it's a free kick. Foul was awarded right down there in the corner. Again, clock continues to run, 3:25. This could help the Warriors get it out of there and then get first 2 right here and attack. Carly Holmes does just that. Parker Wells steps. Scarlett Rowe takes the header, shields the defender. Cote, well done, back line. That was great job. Shielding by Scarlett Rowe, and Cote steps. Huddy has it. Hudson Lund at the 20. She's scampering in. Now she's known for the right foot. She was going for her left foot there. That's Kate Schlauch. Scampering down the left line, trying to win a corner. It's awarded a goal kick. .245 to go. After this, PKs will occur. Hayes pacing, hands in his pocket. Nobody wants it. Steiner appears hydrated, ready to go. He wants her for this last little bit. Steiner will be frustrated. Her body didn't hold up. She's massaging that left calf as we speak. When you cramp, it's hard to stop. It's very painful. Stop the clock or no? We're letting a substitution happen. Here we go. Under 2 minutes when you're winning, there's different rules with the clock stopping, but we're outside 2 minutes. And Hudson Lund comes off. She did a great job. She might need to gather herself. I don't know if Coach Hayes will put her back in. Who he has on the pitch is who does options for PKs. If you're not on the pitch, you will not have a chance for a PK. So Hayes needs to think that through a little bit here. That might be why Steiner's out there. Steiner battling, struggling. You can see her agility's off a little bit. Nice job by Alyssa Johnston to find feet. There's a good give and go combination. Ashlyn Wells with the right touch. There goes Carly down the right side. You had Carly Holmes wide open, but couldn't quite get it to her. She's trying to get to it now. And kicked out of bounds. Here come the Warriors, 1:30 to go. Win it right here, Arapahoe. Punch it into the back of the net. McMaster off her chest, does a good job shielding, trying to get a corner, getting around, and it does go out the end line for a goal kick for Chaparral. They might take their time here. Checking in is Kira Barker for Ashlyn Wells. He is now doing the PK substitutions. That is 100% what's happening. He trusts Kira Barker for a PK. Kira Barker, kind of a loose, free spirit. Would not overthink a PK. I can understand that as an option. Absolutely. Carly Holmes does the high leg stop. Cote up on her player here. That's Ainsley Mulligan on Annalise Cote. Sprinkle with the ball now. And trying to go back, but a nice step by Ainsley. They're trying to go back to Ainsley Mulligan, and Ainsley Deberard stops it for the Warriors. 32 seconds to go. This is your last moment. Schlauch with the ball, getting ready to throw it in. Don't want to panic too much here. Oh, McMaster tries to get there. It is cleared. 20 seconds to go. Cote up to Deberard. Deberard, toe poke, up to Holmes. Could have some, not Holmes, Schlauch, excuse me. Could have something here. 9 seconds, and that will do it. She had to get the cross off. You had to look at the clock there a little bit. And there it goes. We're going to head to PKs. It's going to be 5 frames apiece. And that'll decide the first round playoff game for the Warriors and Wolverines. With what I've seen tonight, you know, each team's had chances and opportunities. This seems, sometimes you say it's not appropriate, but this might be appropriate. I would prefer personally another 30 minutes of soccer. But again, you see why they don't do that. It's because injuries and cramping start to occur, especially at the high school level. Bodies developing and growing. Coach Cam McMillan out there, former ABK player, congratulating the players, getting their minds right, giving them hugs. And there goes Coach Hayes getting things lined up. Seems to have a list ready to go. Thought through. Scarlett talking to Coach Hayes. Always some nervous energy here. Alyssa and Scarlett will head in there with Megan Sweet as captains to talk to the center ref and the 2 ARs. Hold on a second.
To Cherry Creek lost. Cherry Creek lost. Yeah. I was just refereeing that game. In a shootout. 1-1 to Arvada West. That's a big upset. Yeah, they're playing at home. They're a 10 seed versus 24.
So the 24 seed Arvada West has beaten Cherry Creek 1-0. I believe that's what I'm hearing. Cherry Creek has lost. Anything can happen in the playoffs, and there's one result right there for you. The Warriors tied the Bruins earlier this year 1-1, right when they were starting to turn the corner on the season. That was one of their early ties when they were 0-5-2. Again, one of the strongest schedules I've ever seen for a team. Playing Vista and Broomfield, Grandview and Rampart, Rock Canyon. It was very tough out of the gate for the Warriors. But they learned from it and grew and developed. Had to fight through believing, but here they are. If you look down on the pitch right now, arm in arm, big circle. This is ABK's spirit. This is what it's about. Hayes has set the lineup going over with Coach Wynn and Coach Conway. It'll be 5 frames apiece. Not sure yet who will kick first, but I like Carolyn Dale in the net. I do. Sydney Matthews for the Wolverines. And one thing you got to watch for, you can't come off the line too early. Give me a minute as I respond to the many text messages I've received while announcing. Certain people want the update. They're not necessarily able to watch the live stream, so I'm just trying to connect with family and friends, even people in other states. Give a shout out to my former friend and colleague Jim Pereira, former head coach of Lutheran High School, now in the state of Virginia coaching soccer. Also, before the Rapids became Colorado Storm, he was a Colorado Storm Coach of the Year. Any coach that coaches to the human element, not just the player and tactics, but to the human being and who they are as a person. That's what Jim Pereira was about. That's what ABK is about. And here we go. These girls have each other's backs, support each other. You will feel a team spirit. Coach Hayes now going over the lineup. Important thing with a PK is not to overthink. You want to put it on frame. If the goalie makes a great save, sometimes you have to clap your hands. It does happen. What you don't want to do is airmail it. You don't want to put it off frame. You don't want to go too wide. A lot of theories on it. If you're a right-footed player, a lot of times the goalie will think, hey, you know, they're going to go to the left side of the net from their vantage point. Sometimes you overthink it, and then you try to push it. You can push it wide and get in your head a little bit. A lot of different theories on this. Do you start with your best player? Do you end with your best player? Sometimes you don't make it to that 5th frame. Okay. Heading out, there's Ellie Carroll. The lineup appears set. Scarlett Rose out there. They're at the end of the line, so I don't believe they'll be going first. Okay, Ainsley Deberard is not out there. Stepping up is the junior Hudson Lund. Hudson Lund will take the first kick for the Warriors and from the PK spot. ABK PKs, here we go. Sydney Matthews bouncing around trying to look tall. And Hudson Lund steps back. We'll wait for the whistle. And there's the whistle. And she buries it on the left side. 1-0. Warriors take the early lead, putting the pressure on. Well done by ABK. And Cherry Creek, correction, apparently lost in a shootout. I think earlier I made it sound like they lost in regulation. All right. Carolyn Dale trying to stop the Wolverines. And top shelf, calm, cool, and collected. Trying to get a jersey number on that, Mac. Don't know if we have. I could not quite read the jersey number for the Wolverines, so I'm sorry to Chaparral parents for that one. I could not see the number there. Parker Wells heads out. 1-1, 4 frames to go. Warriors need to keep putting on the pressure. This is a freshman. Looks ready to kick, but needs to wait for the whistle. And here we go. Parker Wells. She pushes it to the far right side, but it goes in. That is guts. A right-footed push to the right side. Again, anything wide is difficult. That first shot from Chaparral was kind of in the middle, top shelf. All right, do we have a jersey number, Max? Just if you can help me. I'm having no binoculars here. Is this number 20? Number 25. Sorry, 20, Ainsley Mulligan. And she buries it. Dale was just stunned and motionless. That might have been 22 maybe, because the knee brace is not on. I believe that was Ella Carroll. All right, now we're stepping up. Maddie Steiner was cramping earlier. Steps back, 2-2, third frame. This is a pressured shot. She is taking her time. And she misses, and air mails. Air mails. Looks like she stepped back and didn't take a quick breath and then just started running right toward it. But Dale's a great goalie. Not over by any stretch. But this would give Chaparral the lead. This is Emerson Sprinkle. Clearly one of their leaders. Calm, cool, collected. Carolyn Dale, though, ready to go to West Point. Play soccer for the Army. Showing her stuff right now. And it does go wide left into the net. Into the back of the net. She goes to the wide left side. And now stepping up. Looks like it's Carly Holmes, the senior captain. 3-2 Chaparral. If the Warriors miss, they're in a dire situation. Excuse me, that's Megan Sweet. Megan Sweet. Again, having a hard time reading the numbers from this far. That's Megan Sweet. Puts it in, senior captain. We're 3-3. Three to three, fourth frame. Fourth frame here for Chaparral. We just hit it in the top of our fourth frame, bottom of the fourth for Chaparral. And just cool, calm, collected. Number 3, that's Sutton Persicina, puts it in. It is, they've made all 4 of theirs. Warriors have to make and have to stop. We have to make and have to stop or we go down. It's Kate Schlauk, the sophomore. I do trust her. I trust Kate Schlauk. I do feel badly for Maddie Steiner, who I know was visibly cramping. Steiner watching her teammate Kate Schlauk, who steps back, needs to make it. She airmails, and it is over. Chaparral wins and beats ABK 4-3 on PKs. And that'll be a tough learning moment for the 2 sophomores. But one moment of comfort as teammates head out to comfort one another. Steiner and Schlauk will have each other. They're sophomores, they're leaders, they're great players. Conway goes straight out to Scarlet Row. I'm going to stay on air because I've tasted this moment as a parent. I've seen it as a coach. It is difficult, but this is the seniors' last moment, and that quickly settles in. As their high school careers end, it becomes difficult. Some of the parents watch and realize as they pack up chairs and get their belongings that this is it. And they are arm in arm right there around the 22-yard line. You don't want to hang your head when you lose in PKs. It's a brutal way to decide a game. Just absolutely difficult. None of the coaches are there. It's just the team talking to one another. No coaches. I see Grace Catterett, Cam McMillan, Sean Conway, Allison Wynn, and Jeremy Hayes outside the circle, letting the ladies do what they need to do. Mac, I certainly don't need to keep you on air. So ABK will finish the season with 6 wins, 6 losses, and 4 ties. Had one of the strongest strengths of schedules you may ever see in 5A. Played 6 teams ranked in the top 13. 5 of them ranked in the top 8. You played 5 of the top 8 teams. That's a difficult challenge. So the Warriors are out, as are the Cherry Creek Bruins. And soon I'm going to take my headset off and head down and see some of these seniors I know. Congratulate them on a well-fought season. You never want to go out on your home pitch in the playoffs, but that is soccer. It's an analogy for life. You battle, you scrap, you claw, you do what you can, and sometimes the results just don't go your way. Well, thanks, Mac, for letting me do the second half. That's awfully kind of you. I love sports because it's made of human beings with emotions who develop and grow and become great members of society. As they shake hands, that's really what's going to happen to a lot of these ladies right here. They're going to develop and grow. It's a really difficult moment for some seniors. I'm going to sign off so I can head down to the pitch and see some of these people. Thanks, Mac, for letting me do it. Take care.
Well, a big thank you to Mr. Brandberg for joining us for that second half and some. What a disappointing way to, unfortunately, end the season for this ABK girls soccer team. I don't really have anything else to add, but big thank you to all of the members from Arapahoe girls soccer who gave us the ability to broadcast this year and, you know, just gave us everything we loved to do, and I really don't know what else to say, but thank you to John Adams and Jeremy Hayes, Mr. Brandberg again, and the rest of the ABK family. You guys have a very, and I mean very special place inside of ASN's heart. ABK is the reason why ASN is a thing, and yeah, just a unfortunate way to end the season for ABK this year. That'll do it. Your final score after PKs, 1-0 Wolverines. It's not over yet here on Arapahoe Sports Network. Your boys lacrosse team takes on either Lewis Palmer or I forgot the other team, Monarch. Lewis Palmer or Monarch on Saturday. Unfortunately, we will not be broadcasting that one. I have some earlier commitments that were scheduled months in advance, and so unfortunately, we will not be broadcasting that one. But anything after, if we do take the victory, we're looking forward to bringing you that. That'll do it here from Centennial Stadium. My name's Zach Shaber. Joined alongside, he just left, but Mr. Jeff Brandberg. Have a great night, and as always, let's go Warriors.
This broadcast is under copyright protection. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast without the permission of Arapahoe High School or Arapahoe Sports Network is strictly prohibited.